What about him would make him a good NFL head coach?
Yeah, see, I think just the discipline part. It's tough on his players. He asks a lot of them. He's been winning. He's been around winning. He's one of the best coaches in the NFL. I mean, to be honest with Coach Reid, I think that eventually he'll get a job.
But it's the reason why that every year they hype him up to get a job, and then when the time comes, nobody hires him because they know what type of coach he really is.
He's going to push you. He's going to come in and shoot you straight. Sometimes you want to hear it, sometimes you don't. And sometimes it's hard on a veteran player that maybe their performance level isn't what it used to be, and it's hard to take sometimes.
I am so sick of talking about this, but let's take a deep dive into this LeSean McCoy and Eric Bieniemy drama, examine both sides of the argument, and land on the truth, which is likely somewhere in the middle. But first, how about those?
Aloha ko. Good morning.
From Oahu, Hawaii. Let's go. Let's go. How about those Chiefs?
What's up, guys? My name is Cole, and I do daily news about the Kansas City Chiefs and the NFL overall, so I'm going to need you to sub if you're new. Hit that like button if you are as sick as I am about drama surrounding Eric Bieniemy and the Chiefs, and let's get into this. But before I do, someone sent me a cute photo of their dog yesterday. I mean, look at this cute little guy in the Chiefs shirt, or little girl, or maybe this dog identifies as a cat. You never really know. These days need to tread lightly there. And then someone sent me proof yesterday that Tom Brady is indeed a Chiefs fan, and I cannot stop laughing about it.
How about those Chiefs? How about those Chiefs?
I mean, this had me laughing out loud for probably 2 minutes straight. So whoever sent this in, just know you're the real MVP. And from there, let's just get into this drama from yesterday. Retired washed up running back LeSean McCoy had some interesting things to say about Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bye-a-Nye-aMe.
This offseason, Kansas City Chiefs offensive coordinator Eric Bye-a-Nye-aMe became a major subject.
All right, as soon as I saw this video yesterday, I instantly knew I had to share it with you all. Eric Bye-a-Nye-aMe? That is incredible and quite possibly how I'm going to pronounce his name from now until the day that I die.
Bye-a-Nye-aMe, Bye-a-Nye-aMe, Bye-a-Nye-aMe.
It honestly gets better every time you hear it. All right, enough of that, Cole. Yesterday, running back LeSean McCoy, you know, the running back who holds footballs as if it's a loaf of bread, had some words to say about Eric Bieniemy via the I Am Athlete Tonight, but not tomorrow because I'm old and washed up on Mad Dog Sports Radio, and this is what he had to say.
And I'm going to say this. It's the reason why every year they keep hyping him up to get a coaching job, a head coach or offensive coordinator job for everywhere else, and you don't get one. Because some players, right, he talks to them a certain way, and some players would take it. I wouldn't take it. Like, whoa, you know, and some question I would ask, everybody's accountable.
Yeah.
That's why it's not because he's a black coach. That's not the reason. But it's the reason why that every year they hype him up to get a job, and then when the time comes, nobody hires him because they know what type of coach he really is.
So you're saying Eric Bieniemy was the reason why you stopped playing in Kansas City?
Yeah, come on, man. That's players. They knew what it was.
Come on, man. You knew what it was. I didn't want to play in Kansas City any longer because EB was mean to me, not because I was getting older, liked to fumble, and was not valuable enough of an asset to play a single snap in the Super Bowl or anything like that. Listen, guys, I am no Eric Bye-a-Nye-aMe apologist here. I have made like 4 videos on the guy. We know he's rough around the edges, probably goes in on players like I do on these stupid analysts, and may have additional issues as well if we're going to be honest. But LeSean McCoy sounds like an old guy at the bar who is more bitter than the stout he's sipping on as he shares about how he had to walk to school uphill both ways. He's completely changed his tune from 2 years ago when he was asked about Eric Bieniemy and his thoughts on him as a head coach.
What about him would make him a good NFL head coach?
Yeah, see, I think just the discipline part. It's tough on his players. He asks a lot of them.
Now I'm going to interject that even back then he did say he's tough on his players and asks a lot of them, which, okay, I get it. You get paid millions of dollars to win, and so a lot is expected.
He's been winning. He's been around winning. He's one of the best coaches in the NFL. I mean, to be honest with Coach Reid, I think a lot of coaches have been getting hired because of Coach Reid. So I think it's just a matter of it's the right timing.
Did you just hear what he said?
He's one of the best coaches in the NFL.
And he ends this portion of the interview here saying,
yeah, I mean, because you keep hearing his name come up, usually when there's some smoke or some fire, you know, and I think that eventually he'll get a job.
So there you go. Completely different tune in this interview compared to what was said just yesterday, and that can be taken a couple of different ways, and we will get into that, don't you worry. Coach Reid was also asked about LeSean McCoy's comments that he recently made on that podcast or whatever the heck it was, and honestly, Andy Reid didn't seem too surprised here, like at all. So my best guess is he already knew that EB and McCoy didn't get along in certain aspects during his time here in KC. Reid made it seem like McCoy was simply getting older, somewhat underperforming even, and EB called him out on it in his own way, and McCoy didn't like it.
And some players would take it. I wouldn't take it. Like, whoa.
He's going to push you and try to maximize what you got. That's one of his strengths. He's going to come in and shoot you straight. Sometimes you want to hear it, sometimes you don't. I'm a big LeSean fan, but he wasn't the youngest pup, in the kennel here, man. He was on the backside of it, and sometimes that's hard to take.
And Andy Reid once again went to bat for EB, saying he's a heck of a football coach and the players love him.
I mean, he's got all these guys standing up for him and saying positive things.
But Coach Reid said he's disappointed that EB hasn't had a chance to be a head coach yet, but is optimistic he will have a chance in the future. We'll see about that. So, what do we do with this? What do we make of it? Well, you can look at it a few different ways here. I'm sure that Shady, McCoy, and EB butted heads in some fashion, no doubt. But was it EB being overbearing and expecting too much? Or McCoy, who was a bit sensitive to it because he was indeed declining and getting old? Or a bit of both? Or could he have been bitter at the fact that he didn't get to play a single down in the Super Bowl? Remember Le'Veon Bell? I would never play for Andy Reid again. I'd retire first. Well, because he's a big old baby of a drama queen diva. But that's beside the point. LeSean McCoy is literally a man who sat on the bench with the Chiefs and watched them win him a Super Bowl ring. And then he signed with the Bucs the next season and also sat on the bench while Brady beat the brakes off the Chiefs the very next Super Bowl and got him another ring. Don't believe me? Do not worry, because CBS Sports is here to back me up. Although McCoy was on the inactive list for Tampa Bay's 31-9 win over Kansas City in Super Bowl LV, he'll definitely be getting a ring, which marks the second year in a row that the running back has been on the winning side of the Super Bowl. Back in 2019, McCoy won his first career ring while playing for the Chiefs, and amazingly enough, he's won 2 rings despite the fact he didn't play a single freaking snap in either Super Bowl. I added the word freaking for emphasis in case you were curious. And I find this pretty entertaining as well, because the first thing mentioned on his Twitter bio is 2-time Super Bowl champ, but forgot to add who sat on the bench. This man completely changed his tune from 2 years ago about EB, where he literally said he thinks EB is one of the best coaches in the entire NFL.
He's been winning. He's been around winning. He's one of the best coaches in the NFL.
So again, he's either just flip-flopping like Mahomes in the second half of the AFC Championship game against the Bengals, or there is something to this. The truth is always somewhere in the middle, guys. Let's be honest here. EB getting interviewed by like 14, 15, 16, I don't even know how many teams, and not getting a single head coaching opportunity is something that will cause you to blink a few times. As you think about it, and there really could be more there, but either way, on one side, you're going to have players like Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, Patrick Mahomes, and coaches like Andy Reid going to bat for EB. And then on the other side, you're going to have an ex-player who was on the team for a season and sounded like he was a bit set in his ways and didn't like EB's coaching style. Let me call the wambulance for you, buddy. And since we're already down this freaking rabbit hole, here we go. We cannot forget about the unverified hit piece that came out on EB earlier this year. Y'all remember that, right? The article that had no author attached to it and was removed a day later because of very lame and stupid reasons. I mean, it's so easy to find that I literally still have the entire article saved in my computer, and I found it after it was deleted. Wow, good job, guys. Now, while that article was a bit suspect to me in some places, Broncos Insider Benjamin Albright did claim that most of the article was true, could be verified, and that it was largely known around the league, which is a big part of why EB isn't getting head coaching opportunities. He even tweeted about it yesterday, saying people around the league know, doubling down on his stance. And I have a whole playlist of all this drama. It's like 5 videos that you can check out up here in one of these corners right now. Basically, though, it is a big freaking mess and a distraction, in my opinion, to the team, no matter how you want to look at it. And it's getting very old, if I'm going to be honest. But to wrap this segment up, I want to share a quote directly from LeSean McCoy himself.
Usually when there's some smoke or some fire.
Where there's smoke, there's fire. So something's going on, but will we ever know? Doubt it. Maybe. I don't know. What do you guys think about all of this? There was a lot here, so definitely comment below and let me know your thoughts. It's a wild time out here in Chiefs Kingdom when it comes to Eric Bieniemy and the coaching staff at times, or at least it certainly appears that way from the outside looking in, or at least from my basement looking at the computer screen. From here, I want to take a look at some of my favorite comments from yesterday, but before I do, I promised you all that I would show you my beard progression over the years. So here you go. At first, I used to have hair on my head and even somewhat of a hairline, but then I grew a small beard with no stash because I always lacked confidence and secretly always wanted to be Amish, but then I realized the stash could be grown and connected and decided to just go for it. I eventually thought, Cole, you have a very beautifully shaped head. Why don't you go ahead and shave the head and unveil its beauty for all to behold? And so I did exactly that. And that's all she wrote. So there you go. Anyway, let's get into these comments. Let's go. Chiefs sent a $2 super thanks. Ad Latin sent over a $5 super thanks. And then Eric Wahlberg, Mark Wahlberg's cousin, just kidding, sent over a $50 super thanks saying, let's get that little boy a ticket to the Chiefs game. Yo, well, thank you guys, you very generous individuals. I really appreciate that for real. And we'll definitely be getting this money over to Anthony's son so he can go to his first ever Chiefs game. I think that's around $150 now or something like that. So yeah, you guys are awesome. White Widow refuses to hate on Tyreek ever and asks me if I remember Wasp. What is Hill supposed to say? My QB sucks? Why, yes, White Widow, that is exactly what he's supposed to say. Tua is minor. Mahomes is major. Tua is a C-. Mahomes is an A+. Tua is son. Mahomes is father. If you've watched my videos for a while, you know, seriously though, how much I respect Tyreek. And I do wish him well. He's secured generational wealth for his family for years to come. But regardless, this makes for A1 content. I'm not going to lie to y'all. So, content will be had. Street Freak 77 says, been watching you since the beginning. You have evolved into my favorite go-to for Chiefs daily information. You say what we all think and bring a light-hearted humor to a sports show while showing a different side to Chiefs info. Cole the Troll. Troll on, you bearded ninja wizard. Troll on. Why am I yelling? You're the man. Thank you for that. There are definitely plenty of serious Chiefs channels out there, literally the rest of them. So if y'all want that, feel free to go that way. I will try to always give you as much info as I can, but I'm going to troll all along the way. Calvin Jones says, Cole, thanks for cutting through the clickbait fluff and giving the kingdom its daily dose of Chiefs-ness and updates. Hey, no freaking problem, bro. Tony Ross says, thanks for putting together concise, informative, and humorous videos. I have dropped other channels because they take twice as long to say half as much. Keep up the great work. St Productions says, how the heck do people dislike you? You should be everyone's go-to for Chiefs news. Well, thank you, bro. I really appreciate that. Some people just don't like the dry humor and the sarcasm, but it's okay. I'm not here for everyone. I'm just here for almost everyone. James Jones says, love your good-natured attacks on Mahomes' children, the AFC West. Also nice to hear a pro-Chiefs perspective without the bias of Nick Wright. Keep up the vids, and how about those Chiefs? Thank you, bro. Christian Holland says, Cole, you bearded wonder, keep that fresh daily content coming. How about those Chiefs? Blueberry Wilbur says, I resubscribed. Of all the Chiefs channels, this is one of my favorites, even though you do some BS reviews. Overall, a 9 out of 10. Light years better than what I can do. I've been hard on you a time or two, but seriously, I do appreciate this channel. Well, dude, I really appreciate the honesty and the comment, and welcome back to the freaking club. I was curious though what you said a time or two, so I looked up your comments in the history, and I found this one. This channel is getting stupid AF. I think it was when I covered Mahomes' bachelor party or something, but hey, I'm out here learning, growing, trying to cover things as best as I can. I appreciate the support, bro, and the 9 out of 10 rating is honestly pretty good. I'll take an A. That's fire. Tanner Murda. Tanner Mudra says, thank you for your videos. You make the off-season bearable. I think your beard should be our new mascot. Well, just put my beard on Casey Wolf, and let's just call it a day. I dig it. It's Jess says, your roasts are hilarious. I'm here for all of it. Radio Rasoon says, thanks fam for keeping me plugged in all the way in Japan. Hashtag KC Native. Let's go. Nicholas says, interesting. Patrick Mahomes has more Super Bowl wins than Derek Carr has playoff wins. Yikes. I actually like that one a lot. I'm going to start using that in my rotation. Rosebank says, hey Cole, I'm one of your day ones. I love your channel and even got my husband, why did I say hubby, watching it. He laughs at me because how engaged I am with the channel while watching. I'm all like, yes, Cole, tell me about it. Or woo, Cole, you are funny, man. Love your channel. I'm a huge Chiefs fan and I know you are too. Thanks. Well, You're freaking welcome. And tell your husband I said, what up and let's go Chiefs. Gary Petty says, how about those Chiefs? How about that beard? Cole, you the bearded dragon. Love the content. Keep it up, my brother. The bearded dragon. That's a good one. Ken Bator says, rumor has it that the Raiders players are growing beards like yours to help them win. Well, I'm just going to kill that rumor right away. Those little boys are incapable of growing beards like this, so they're not going to be winning. Sam Weiss says, I love these videos, but I felt hurt when you said the stupid golf event, and I'm sure you meant nothing, but I was hitting my clubs while listening, so I felt hurt. I'm sorry, bro, but that is really funny. I was just being dumb and added the word stupid to be funny. I'm probably going to watch that golf event on the second, just to be honest, but I was just having fun when I added that word in there. Make sure to leave a comment below to potentially be featured in an upcoming video. Sub for more daily news like this. And then check out this video here that I mentioned earlier in this video, where this guy mispronounces Eric Bye-a-Nye-aMe's name about 15 times, and comment on there, how about those Chiefs? And until next time, let's go. Let's go. Tom Brady, tell him.
How about those Chiefs?
How about those Chiefs?